Hey everybody, I'm getting ready to go for a walk, but I did want to kind of add this in front of this video because I wanted to gift some of my courses or classes that I've been doing this year. 2 have been done and the audio recording of them is available on the shop page of my website. 2 are scheduled and they're available on the services page because of how they have to be booked on the website. If any of them interest you, or if there's one in particular that you feel would really help your ascension journey, just let me know, send me a message, and I will send you a link so you can do the course for free. So hope that helps, and I will see everybody next time. Keep practicing the art of intuition. Hi everybody, it's Annette from the Art of Intuition, and today we're going to talk about getting lost in our ascension process and what that is all about. So when we were in our external realities, really wrapped up in our human consciousness, our focus was always on the external. And we could get wrapped up in a person, we could get wrapped up in a status, we could get wrapped up in a title, we could get wrapped up in a lot of stuff and feel almost consumed by it. And it is part of our human DNA to do that. It's our obsession energy coming out about something. It is clearing obsession energy. So obsession energy, see if I can say that clearly. It is clearing that energy, so there is a purpose to it. But you're going to find that when you get into your ascension process, you could start going into being obsessed with different parts of it and trying to really rush through it. And you don't really do it intentionally on purpose, but you just keep going and going and going, digging for the human programming, going through a clearing. A lot of people do this when they get to abundance clearing. I know I've had this happen to me with abundance clearing abundance karma, where some people might do it when they're doing twin flame karma clearing. You will find you can get very weighed down by the clearing process, and you're not giving yourself a lot of breaks. You keep pushing through. And because you've been pushing through for so long, you just want to get to the other side. And I know with the abundance clearing, karma clearing, I've been saying to myself, oh, I just want to get done. I just want to get done. So I just want to push it to the brink and get done because I'm tired of it. Anyone who gives you some abundance meditation or some, like, it's going to be cleared overnight, that is complete bullshit. It does not work like that. It can take years to clear abundance karma. And remember, abundance karma is not really about money. It's really just feeling abundance in your energy. Money is a marker for how you're doing on that sometimes. Sometimes it's not like a one-for-one marker, but it's really how you feel about the money. That's the marker. It's not how much money you have, it's how you feel about it. If you're getting it in and you feel like you get in so little, or you're starting to not really appreciate what you're getting in, or you feel like, oh my God, that's not enough to do all this stuff I got to do, your energy is not abundant with no matter how much it is. It doesn't matter if it's 15 cents or 15,000. You would come to a part in our human realities where we would get in $15,000 and we would know it's not enough. It's not enough for what I want to do. We wouldn't really appreciate it. But we can get in 15 cents when we're in our higher realities, when money has been limited. And we're the ones that limit it, because we have to teach ourselves the value of money, so we'll limit it ourselves for a long time in the process. If that is something you need to clear, if you've had very distorted views on money, what money's for, if you've never spent money on yourself, you're gonna have to do that. If you've always spent money on yourself, which is more but for the wrong reasons, that was more my past, in my human journey, you're gonna find you're gonna not spend as much money on yourself. You're gonna find different ways to do different things. You're not going to be spending all that money. You're just not going to have it to spend. But you're also learning the value of it. So when you start going through that process, it's really not a marker of the money you have. It's how you feel about whatever money you do have. And when you start feeling like you started out where, oh, in my human realities, none of the money I had was enough, it was never enough. Then you get into your higher consciousness realities, and if you've gone through the abundance clearing for a while, you might start looping back into, oh, that's not enough. I need to do all these things and this isn't enough. You kind of lose the appreciation for where you are in the process, and you start to feel bogged down by it because you're trying to push through it and just get to the end. So you might push it to the brink. You'll notice your comfort level starts to change when you do an abundance karma clearing on how much money you can have in your bank account, and you're not feeling fear. You might feel frustration about it, but you don't feel like there's not a fear there. It's just more like, okay, this is where we are. Your baseline changes. Like you might have had a comfort level of $2,000 in your human realities, and in your higher consciousness realities, when you're clearing abundance karma, you might have 20 cents, and that's fine. You know, as long as you have everything you require, you know, then you don't care. You've shifted, your comfort level has shifted, because you've kind of been pushed. You're going to get pushed and pushed and pushed to your comfort zone. This is never a journey for the weak of heart, in a sense. It's going to challenge everything we have on a human level to push us and push us and push us. And sometimes we get tired of being pushed, but we don't realize it, because then we keep pushing ourselves to get through it. And I know that's what I've been doing quite a bit lately. And I found that I've just been tired and frustrated because it's not really moving the way I'm doing it. Because I've gotten to a point where it's kind of just buries you, in a sense. And we just kind of get in the muck of it. And we look at everybody else doing their ascension journey, and I'm like looking at all these people going, like, they look like they're having fun, and this is not really fun right now. And it hasn't been fun for actually a while. But we have to look at what we're doing. If we're trying to push ourselves, we're not being patient and let the process unfold. We're just getting frustrated with the process, and we're getting pissed off at the process. We're getting mad at the process, and we're the ones that are doing the process. You know, our higher consciousness aspects are the ones that are doing the process. We're doing it to ourselves. So if we're getting all pissed off about the process, we're really just pissed off at ourselves, and then we just create a loop where we just get more and more into trying to dig more and more stuff out. And we even keep creating more situations to dig more and more stuff out. Now, there is a part of the process where some people go very extreme. And I know with this one, I've gone pretty extreme. And I know other people who've done other things that have pushed them to the brink and gone pretty extreme. Maybe they set them up unconsciously. Mine, I would say, is part conscious, but some of the situations I was calling forth due to that consciousness, maybe I didn't know how extreme it was going to be when I called them forth. Like if I work on a lot of body resistance stuff, which is what I've been working on a lot. When you're working on a lot of that stuff, a lot of stuff is so wedged in the body, you have to push your body to the brink to break up some of that resistance, where you're just really just exhausted and just give up. So you'll create situations that do that. So I might consciously say, I want to work out this body resistance, and I'm going to try to release it energetically as much as I can. But I then might call forth something that's going to then push me farther. A situation is going to push me farther to get rid of it. And sometimes we don't have a lot of breaks in between, because we also have some place we're supposed to be. You know, we have a mark, just like an actor has a mark. We have a mark to make. And if I've got to be somewhere by May 15th, in some reality at that point, what I've got going on right now, all this energy I'm carrying has to go. Because what I'm about to get into, that energy can't come with me. And those emotions can't come with me. Those distortions can't come with me. So I have to purge all that. So it can feel rough, but sometimes we bring on the rough ourselves because we get so bogged down on the process. It's not really anything wrong with the process. We just get so bogged down on the process and so pissed off with the process and angry at the process that we try to rush through the process, which makes it worse. We have so much resistance to the process, letting it unfold naturally. We want to kind of run through it and, you know, kind of bulldoze through it. And sometimes that will just leave us more and more tired. So if you feel like you've been clearing, it doesn't have to be abundance karma. It can be any program you're in. And you just try to get it done. You get deeper in and deeper in and deeper in. And we're always going to be clearing something. You know, we're never done with that part of the process. But there are times when we get so wrapped up in it that we're not being kind to ourselves. And we're putting our body through a lot and our vibration's dipping. So then we're kind of in this loop where our vibration's so low we can't get to the next reality because we're trying so hard to get to the next reality by clearing a lot of stuff. And you just get lost in it. So if you find yourself getting lost in it and feeling like you've done it wrong, or why is this reality not coming forth, and you just feel heavy and drained and exhausted, there's a lot of reasons why. There's a billion reasons why we're in this, why we will sometimes will go to this to this drastic endpoint with reality just because we want to see what's on the other side. We won't pull out our safety nets we have in place. We want to just say, if this is what it takes to break it, I'm going to trust something's going to come up here that's going to move this reality. The energy will always break. I've been in some pretty rough energy and the resistance, and it does break. At some point you hit the breaking point where you just don't really give a shit anymore. And it's also, your universe is going to test you. How can you be in this situation? Can you be pushed to the brink and still be, if other people are around, in your highest vibration and treating them with kindness, even though to you it feels like your whole reality is crashing down? You know, we kind of can get pushed to that. So just be aware when you start feeling exhausted and just tired of the whole journey. You just want to throw in the towel. I've said that the last, I just want to throw in the figurative towel and be done with this because I'm exhausted with it. Don't judge that. Just observe that and say, okay, maybe I'm pushing too hard. Maybe I'm trying to get through this to get to the other side because I'm just tired of it taking so long. Now, abundance karma clearing can take years. You know, twin karma clearing can take years. It depends on how fast you go all in. But if you look back into different processes you've cleared and different timelines you've cleared, if you look back at when you started getting frustrated with it, how it just stopped going because your vibration gets so low, and when you just kind of let it go, it started to kind of come to a more natural ending, a more organic ending, because our human wants to just barrel through it, because sometimes these clearings can be kind of miserable and it just wants to get done. You know, it's like, well, fuck it. If this is what it takes, this is what it takes. Let's just go, balls to the wall. We just want to get done. But if you find yourself continually doing that and you just feel like you're buried by the whole thing, your vibration will start to suffer, and you cannot anchor in the realities you want when your vibration is low. So be kind to yourself and realize when you're putting your body through a lot of that, consciously, like you're doing it consciously, there might be a time to push the brakes on and re-look at it. Look at why you're not happy with how it's gone, why we do the compare game. We compare it to other people's journeys. Well, that one looks easier than mine, or how come that's going on? And I remember 4 or 5 years ago when I was in a totally different place, I remember people saying like about this part of the journey, or they were going through a lot of the heavy physical stuff. And I remember thinking, oh, maybe I wanted to do some of this stuff. And you're just in a different part. And then when you start getting into some of these other parts, you're like, this is kind of rough. And everyone can clear it differently. Like I said, abundance karma is not about the money. Money can be used as a marker for a lot of us, but it's kind of just a bonus if it's there. We just start to appreciate every bit of money we get. And we're just so excited, you know, when anything comes in, and we just appreciate it so much more. Because if you don't really appreciate it, you don't get more. But there can be a time when you just get so tired of the journey. And sometimes you have to just say, hey, universe, this is not acceptable anymore. We need to shift this to something else. Show me what to do that. You know, show me what I need to see. And look what comes in. Look what, maybe, you know, maybe you'll start to see that, yeah, you're not being patient enough. You're trying to rush through it. And you're getting too bogged down in it all. So just be observant. Don't be judgmental. Just observe the energy of what you're doing. And keep practicing the art of intuition.